Thomas Oliver Jones, born 1835, Niles, Berry County, Michigan, USA. He is one of 7 siblings. He married Catherine McElroy, 7 years his junior, and had 3 children together. They would separate or divorce, and he would marry again, this time to Margaret Amelia Godridge, born 1860 in Frankville, Leeds, Ontario. She was 25 years his junior. Together, they would have 11 children. Thomas is a farmer. He can read and write, whereas his wife Catherine cannot. She is listed as Irish, and his tribe of origin is listed as Dutch American Methodist. Now, with Thomas Oliver Jones, there's quite a mystery as to his parentage. At this point in the family tree, this was a former dead end. A generic surname like Jones doesn't help. Combing through Michigan census forms gives a fair amount of Thomas Joneses to narrow down. The initial recommended record suggested his parents as Daniel Phillips and Kezia Jones. Investigating records further uncovered a listing of James Jones and Kezia Broadhurst as parents of Thomas. While Jones is rather generic, Kezia is not. When it comes to James's parents, it's just as tricky. Some paths lead across the pond in the United Kingdom, while others lead to the United States of America, which seems to make more sense given Thomas's birth in Michigan. With further sleuthing, it seems like the branches continue to reach. Before we get to the mystery of his father and grandfather and other ancestors, let us begin with Thomas. It's 1848. His mother passes away. Thomas is only 13. 1855. His first child, Edith, is born. 1857. He marries Catherine McElroy. She is 15, while Thomas is 22. Was McElroy the mother to Edith? If so, she'd be only around 13 at the time. While this is nearly 200 years ago, it's still a pretty dramatic age difference. It makes you wonder if it would stand out at the time. Around this time, about 1857, his father dies. The exact date is unknown. It's 1861. The ardently patriotic Michigan calls for Civil War soldiers to join the battle. Thomas is 24. 1865. Abraham Lincoln is assassinated. Thomas is still living in America, which begs the question, what did he think of the legendary president and his values? It's 1867, and Canada is born. A year after, his first son, Henry, is born in 1868. Thomas is 31. 1871. 10 years after the Civil War began, Thomas arrives in Canada. It's 1882. His wife, Catherine, passes away. He is 45. 3 months later, he marries Margaret Godridge. Their first child, Ellen, is born soon after. 8 months after that, another daughter is born. 8 more children follow, all the way up until 1900. In the year 1904, Thomas passes away at age 67.